Hello everybody, Interitere back again with another video. And of course guys, you all know what kind of video I will do today guys, or tonight, wherever you are in the world. It's time to preview this year's third Grand Slam tournament. Usually we have 4 Grand Slam tournaments in each year, but of course this strange year, this pandemic year that we have had, we will have only 3 majors, unfortunately. We all know that Wimbledon got cancelled. Yeah guys, I have looked, I have analyzed, I have looked again, analyzed again, looked again, analyzed again, and dig deep in this draw, and dig deep to make my mind who will win this third Grand Slam tournament of this season, which is the French Open. It's strange to say the third Grand Slam of this season is the French Open. It is really strange to say, because in regular years it is the second Grand Slam tournament of the year, not the third. And it's definitely not the last one. We all know that the US Open is usually the last one. Anyway, it is what it is. Guys, this year's French Open will be more open than it has been in many years. French Open is usually very easy for me to predict. And not only for me. It is not any difficult to preview the French Open. For me personally, to predict, to preview the Grand Slam tournaments, the easiest ones are the French Open and Wimbledon. Because we all know we have a superior clay court machine from Spain, Rafael Nadal, who wins it every single year, more or less. And in Wimbledon we have only 3 players who can basically, or more or less, play grass court tennis: Federer, Djokovic and Nadal. All the others, they are more or less really horrible on playing grass court tennis. So to predict French Open and Wimbledon are the most easiest one for me. Australian Open, yeah, that is not so hard one as well, because Djokovic has dominated that tournament, to say the least, with 8 titles. The US Open is the most difficult one to preview and predict. Not only for me, but for everybody else as well. Alright guys, you know how this works. I will do a preview, I will do a top 8 list. The number 8 place is the least likely player to win the tournament, but of course can win it. That's why I put him there. And the number 1 player on the list is the most likely who will win the tournament. And number 2nd place is also very very likely to win it, but I give my number 1 place just little more edge. You're getting my point. Guys, on my number 8 place I have Andrei Rublev. Yeah guys, Andrei Rublev, he is a decent clay court player in my opinion. He has not won any big clay court tournaments, he has not, but I feel that he can do damage in French Open, especially after seeing his draw, where his draw is not looking impossible. He has Sam Querrey on his first round, and Sam Querrey is not any clay court machine, to say the least. Sam Querrey is dangerous on grass. He's dangerous in fast surfaces. So Sam Querrey, I will be shocked if he takes out Rublev in the first round. So Rublev, he has a pretty not easy draw, but very a decent draw where he can make some noise, in my opinion. He can face Lajovic in the third round. Lajovic is always dangerous, especially in clay court matches. But Rublev, he has great strikes, both from the forehand and the backhand. He has good ground strokes, especially from the forehand side. I like his forehand. He hits his forehand flat. He can hit it with spin, but mostly he hits it flat. He can hit it with depth. He moves great, Rublev. He has a decent serve, not an amazing serve. Especially I don't like his second serve. Too slow, too short. But considering his draw, he should make some noise. Like I said, Sam Querrey should not be a big problem. Lajovic will be his first test in the third round, I believe. I would not be shocked if Lajovic makes an upset there. I will not be shocked. Because Lajovic, like I said, is a dangerous player. But I have an expectation on Rublev for him to make to a quarterfinal at least. He can face Berrettini in a fourth round match, Rublev. I don't like Berrettini in clay court matches, guys. I really don't. So I'm sorry, not Berrettini. No, I'm sorry. He can face Medvedev, not Berrettini. Medvedev. He can face Medvedev in a potential fourth round match. And Medvedev, guys, I don't like Medvedev in clay court matches. I really don't. You know that Medvedev has not won one single match ever in French Open in his 3 previous occasions that he has played French Open. Medvedev, he has lost first round in all of those 3 appearances. So just think about that before you guys start thinking about me and saying, my God, how does Inter not have Medvedev in a top, how does he believe Medvedev will not defeat Rublev in a potential fourth round match? Yeah, Medvedev can definitely defeat Rublev. Medvedev has a positive head-to-head against Rublev, so I will not be shocked if Medvedev defeats Rublev in a potential fourth round match. But it is not sure Medvedev will be in that fourth round match to begin with. Medvedev can start winning one match in French Open to begin with. I believe Medvedev will win his first ever match in French Open in this year's edition. I truly believe. I will be a little surprised if Medvedev loses the first round for the fourth time in a row in French Open. So I believe Medvedev will win his first matches in French Open. I truly believe that, but I don't think that Medvedev will make a deep run. That's my feeling. All right, Rublev on my number 8th place. On number 7th place, I have RBA. RBA is a Spaniard. Even though that RBA, he likes playing more hardcore tennis, he likes more fast surfaces, because RBA is not, considering that he's from Spain, he's not any clay court machine. He's not superior in clay court like other Spaniards, like Rafa Nadal, of course. Rafa Nadal is a machine on clay. Or David Ferrer when he used to play tennis. Or Almagro when Almagro used to play tennis. RBA is not like that. RBA likes more playing fast surfaces, what he does playing slow surfaces. But we cannot forget he's still from Spain. So he has trained a lot on this red dirt. So he knows how to play clay court tennis. Even though that I don't consider him, I don't consider clay court as his best surface. But I think that he can make some noise here. I've seen his draw. His draw doesn't look impossible. RBA, he will face in the first round Ricard Gasquet. And Ricard Gasquet, guys, we all know that he's good on clay. He likes playing clay court tennis, Ricard Gasquet. Richard Gasquet. But where's the dude been the last couple of years? Have we heard a lot of him? Have we heard about Ricard Gasquet a lot the last couple of years? No. He has been, I don't know where he has been, injured, bad. He has not had consistent results. So he has not been good the last couple of years, Richard Gasquet. So to predict Richard Gasquet beating RBA is little a long shot. I would not be deadly surprised if Richard defeats RBA, because let's face it, everybody can beat everybody, guys. I've said this so many times. Besides, when it comes to Djokovic, Nadal, not everyone can beat these two. Not everyone. Even team. Team is not as consistent as Djokovic and Nadal. Of course, he isn't. But team is starting to become more and more consistent, especially in big events like slams. So Richard Gasquet to defeat RBA would not shock me, but it would surprise me a little at least. So I expect RBA to come through Richard Gasquet in the first round, and then he can face players like Pella or Struff in the third round. And Struff, we all know that he's not any good on clay court tennis. Struff has that serve, has that forehand. Struff is made for fast surfaces, not for slow surfaces. So if Struff is in that third round, he will not take out RBA or Pella. Pella is a good clay court player, but Pella is the same as Richard Gasquet. Where has the dude been the last couple of years? We have not heard so much of him. So and RBA can face in a potential fourth round match Berrettini. And Berrettini, guys, if Berrettini is in that fourth round to begin with, which I am not 100% sure about, to be quite honest, Berrettini also, like Struff, his best surface is not clay. His best surface is grass or hard court, with that big forehand, with that big serve, with that slice which keeps lows, which doesn't bounce a lot on grass. Berrettini, no, I don't like Berrettini's chances so much against RBA in a potential fourth round match. So RBA is on my 7th place. Alright guys, on my 6th place I have Diego Schwartzman. So let's see if Diego Schwartzman delivers this time, because last Grand Slam that I previewed, which was US Open, I had Diego Schwartzman on my number 8 list. In US Open I had him on my number 7th place. Here I have him even higher. But in US Open he disappointed me. He lost in the first round. But now it is clay. He doesn't have any serve. We all know he has a serve, but it is very weak. So his serve will not be as important on clay like it is on hard courts. On hard courts, with a bad serve, you will be in big trouble, because they will break your serve and you cannot break back, because it is harder to break serve on fast surfaces. We all know this. So when players will break Diego's serve on clay, which they will do, of course, it will not be a disaster. Diego will not get panic, because he will break their serve as well, because he has decent returns. And then when the rally is on, from the baseline, he's really good. We all saw what happened in Rome. He defeated Nadal with great match, maybe his best match ever. According to him, it was his best match ever in his career. And then he did a great match against Chapavalov in semifinals. And then against Djokovic, his tank was empty, so he could not do so much against Djokovic. So what I want to say, Diego is really dangerous on clay. Clay is his best surface, in my opinion. So he can do some damage in French Open. That's why I have him as my number 6 player on this top 8 list. Diego Schwartzman, he will face in his first round Kecmanovic, and Kecmanovic is not any superior clay court player in my opinion. So Diego Schwartzman, he should come through Kecmanovic in the first round, and then he can face players like Coric in the third round, and that can be a trick one. Coric he's so deadly inconsistent. You never know where you have this guy. Who believed that Coric will play a quarterfinal in US Open? Who believed that? Who believed that Coric will defeat Tsitsipas in the third round? But Coric has potential. We have talked so much big about Coric in the past, but we have given up on him. I personally have given up on him. But you never know. He can surprise us. Will he surprise Diego in the third round? I would not be surprised. He surprised Tsitsipas in the third round in US Open. So will Coric surprise Diego Schwartzman in the third round? I will not be shocked. But I'm giving the edge to Schwartzman. So I believe Schwartzman will go to that quarterfinal. And then Schwartzman can face players like Fritz on his way, on his section. Players like Monfils. But Monfils, he's all over. He's done, Monfils. Monfils is done. I never think that Monfils will go to that fourth round match against Schwartzman. I really don't. So I'm not counting with Monfils facing Schwartzman in the fourth round. If Schwartzman gets knocked out before that quarterfinal, it will be against Coric, not against Monfils, not against Fritz, not against Bublik. Coric is his biggest threat on that way to that quarterfinal spot for Schwartzman. Not Coric is, nobody else. For Schwartzman to come to that quarterfinal, in my opinion. Alright guys, on my 5th place I have Alexander Zverev. Yeah, guys, I usually haven't have Zverev on my top 8 list on Grand Slams. I didn't have him in Australian Open, what I can remember, and I definitely didn't have him in US Open either. I had him in US Open as a dark horse actually, and he did a great run. He played the final, like we all remember, and he was only 2 points away of clinching his first ever Grand Slam title. We all know that Zverev has a big problem with his second serve, but he maybe has fixed that second serve. Maybe. He has not fixed that second serve in 18 months now, but even though he does a lot of double faults, it is still clay. In my opinion, maybe clay is his best surface. He's not the greatest mover, Zverev, but he's not a bad mover because he's a big guy. He's a pretty good, he has great defensive skills, so it is not very, very easy to hit through him. Of course, we have players who are much harder than Zverev hitting through, like Nadal, like Djokovic, of course, but and Diego as well. Diego Schwartzman is very difficult to hit through as well. But Zverev has pretty good defensive skills, in my opinion, and he has pretty solid ground strokes, both forehand and backhand, especially backhand. He can flatten out those shots, and when he flats out those shots, he can do a bunch of winners. So, and he has 2 French Open quarterfinals in the past, both in 2018 and 2019. 2018, I believe he lost to Dominic Thiem, if not mistaken, and 2019 he lost to Novak Djokovic. So Zverev likes playing in clay court tennis, and he comes into this tournament with a Grand Slam final under his belt. So he will be confident, I believe. And Zverev's draw is not looking. He has a good draw, guys. First player will face. It was not any player who had a big name or something like that. His first test will come in the third round against de Minaur. But I don't think that de Minaur will stop Zverev in the third round. It will be Zverev's first test in the third round, but I just think that Zverev is a better clay court player than de Minaur. He has a powerful game, much stronger game than de Minaur. De Minaur is a speed demon, so it is difficult to hit through de Minaur. But if Zverev can hit through him with his flat shots. And he has a better serve than de Minaur, better first serve, I should say, not a better second serve. So de Minaur is Zverev's first test in the third round, but I think that Zverev comes through, and then Zverev can potentially face in the fourth round David Goffin. And I think David Goffin, I like David Goffin. He takes the ball early. He likes to play close to the baseline, but I think that David Goffin he lacks power. He lacks that killer instinct. I think that Zverev will come through David Goffin in the fourth round. But you never know. You never know. I never expect that all these 8 players I am mentioning, that all of these will go to the quarterfinals, because they never do. We will always see upset. We will always see someone upsetting them, because it is just the way it is. All these 8 players I mentioned, all of these will not go to the quarterfinals. I am 100% convinced about that. But I think Zverev will go to the quarterfinals. On my number 4th place, now we are in the semi-final spots, because from the 8th place to the 5th place are players that I believe will go to the quarters and lose there. Now we are on my number 4th place. On my number 4th place, I have, guys, Denis Shapovalov. Yeah, guys, I am liking this player more and more. He's becoming more and more consistent. He has improved so much the last couple of 12 months. He used to have so bad returns. He used to be so inconsistent. He used to do so many unforced errors. He still does unforced errors, but not as many unforced errors like he used to do 12 months ago. He did a great run in US Open. He did a great run in Rome. He almost took out Diego in that semi-final in Rome and played the final against Djokovic. I am liking his backhand. He's hitting his backhand really good, really flat, with power. He has a great forehand, great serve, both first and second serve. He moves good. He is coming into this French Open with confidence, and I'm liking his draw, guys. His first match is against Gilles Simon. Gilles Simon, we all know, like Richard Gasquet. This French dude, Gilles Simon, he used to be a really good baseline player in the past. It is not easy to hit through him. He moves good from the baseline. He doesn't do a lot of unforced errors, but that was the old Gilles Simon. The new Gilles Simon, he's done. He will not take out Shapo in the first round. I don't believe so. But you never know. You never know with these old foxes. But I expect Shapo to come through Gilles Simon in the first round. And then he can face Dimitrov in the third round. And I'm not impressed by Dimitrov. I saw Dimitrov in that Rome. Shapo took him out in that quarterfinal. Dimitrov he doesn't have anything. He is solid. He has a solid serve, solid forehand, but he has a bad backhand. He isn't good in defensive skills. You can hit through him. He's not consistent. Especially his backhand. His backhand is so weak, man. He slices 8 out of 10 balls, guys, that you hit to his backhand. His backhand is so weak. And we saw that in Rome as well, where Shapo took him out in 3 sets. So if Dimitrov is in that third round, I'm not expecting Dimitrov to take out Shapo. I really am not. So, and Shapo can face Krajinovic or Tsitsipas in a potential 4th round. Yeah, I'm taking out Krajinovic there as well, because Tsitsipas, even though the Tsitsipas is doing a good run in Hamburg, he has won a couple of matches so far. The tournament is not over in Hamburg. Tsitsipas will have a test against Krajinovic in a potential 3rd round match. He will have a test. We all know that Krajinovic is a good clay court player, man. And he's playing some of his best tennis of his life at the current moment, Krajinovic. So Tsitsipas will not have an easy time against Krajinovic in that 3rd round. And one of these 2 players, Tsitsipas or Krajinovic, I believe it will be Tsitsipas in the end. I believe that is my feeling, but I'm not 100% certain. Will face Shapovalov in a potential 4th round match. And I'm picking Shapovalov to defeat Tsitsipas in that 4th round match. I will not be shocked if Tsitsipas takes out Shapo. I will not be shocked, absolutely not. But I believe that Shapovalov, he's just looking better than Tsitsipas at the moment. He's looking more composed. He's looking more consistent. He has a power. He just looks more in shape at the current moment. He has more confidence than Tsitsipas. I just believe that young gun blackbuster match and the 4th round match between Tsitsipas and Shapo, I think that Shapo will come through that one. But you never know, maybe Tsitsipas will prove me wrong. Let's see. Alright, then we are on number 3rd place. And these three players, we all know which these 3 players are. These 3 players are the players that we all have been talking about, guys. I truly believe that the French Open title will be on hands of one of these 3 players. And the player I have on my number 3rd place, it is Dominic Thiem, guys. Yeah, Dominic Thiem, guys. This is not any surprise to you guys, as I believe many around the world has Dominic Thiem as one of the big 3 contenders that can win French Open. He has 2 French Open finals in the last couple of 2 years, 2018 and 2019. Lost both of those finals to the clay court GOAT, Rafael Nadal. He's coming into this French Open without playing any clay court tennis. But that will not concern me, because he's grown up on clay. He loves playing on clay. He's just coming fresh from US Open, winning his first ever Grand Slam title. He will do he has a hell of a draw. I feel sorry for Dominic Thiem, but I trust in him that he will not go out early. But you never know. He has Cilic in his first round. Cilic, we all know Cilic is more or less done, but it is not fun to face that kind of player immediately in a slam. It is not fun. He faced Cilic in the 3rd round in US Open, took him out there in 4 sets. And I think he will take him out here as well, because here it is clay, even better for Dominic Thiem, because clay is Dominic Thiem's best surface. But after Cilic, Dominic can face players like Opelka in the 2nd round, if Opelka is there. And Opelka is not good on clay. We all know Opelka has a giant serve, but it is not any fun to play against that kind of a player like Opelka, where he doesn't give you much of a rhythm with that big serve. But it is clay, so Opelka's serve will not help him extremely much, at least not as much as it does on hard courts and grass. And then 3rd round, you can play a player like Casper Root. Casper Root is playing really good clay court tennis. He played semifinals in Rome and had set balls against Djokovic in that semifinals. And now he's playing in Hamburg as well, and has won a couple of matches there so far. Let's see how deep you can go there, Opelka. I'm sorry, Casper Root. So Thiem can face Casper Root in the 3rd round. That is not an easy match as well. So Thiem has a hell of a draw, to be quite honest. From these 3, Nadal, Djokovic and Thiem, in my opinion, Thiem has the most hardest draw of these 3. That is my opinion. Then Thiem can face in the 4th round player like Wawrinka or Murray. If one of those 2 are in that 4th round to begin with, which I am doubtful. That is an interesting first round between Wawrinka and Murray. Both 3 Grand Slam champions each. Both has had a great career. In my opinion, Murray better than Wawrinka, with more Master 1000 titles and being world number 1. Let's see. I have a feeling that Murray maybe will come through that one against Wawrinka, because I am not liking Wawrinka's game at the current moment. Not that Murray is much better, so that is a toss-up. Who will win that first round match between Murray and Wawrinka? That is a real popcorn match. That is, in my opinion, the most interesting first round match. It is between that match between Murray and Wawrinka, and Thiem can maybe face one of Wawrinka or Murray in a potential 4th round match. But I'm doubtful that he will face. I'm not sure that he will face none of them, because maybe both of them will be out before that 4th round match. But if I should guess, if someone comes to a 4th round match between Wawrinka and Murray, I will guess Murray more than Wawrinka. I'm not trusting Wawrinka nowadays. I really am not. He's not the Wawrinka he used to be. He is a spent force, Wawrinka. Murray is a spent force too, but I will give my slight edge to Murray in that 1st round match. Slight edge. All right. Thiem on my 3rd place. On my 2nd place, yeah, guys, here it comes. It is, of course, between 2 players. This has not been an easy decision for me, guys. It really has not been an easy decision for me, guys. But after seeing the draw, after thinking, after analyzing, I will put the 12-time French Open champion, Rafael Nadal, the clay court machine, the clay court GOAT, the clay court Terminator, on my number 2nd place. Yeah, guys, I am putting him there. And that doesn't mean that he cannot win French Open. He is on number 2nd place. That is very likely that he will win French Open. I just have a player who I just give a slight edge more of winning French Open. That's how I am analyzing this. But I will give Rafa Nadal my number 2nd place, not my number 1st place. He has, I don't need to talk much about Rafa Nadal, what he has done on clay. You all know that. His draw is not looking impossible. The first week he will win without dropping any single set. I truly believe that Nadal will win until the quarterfinals. He will win all his matches. All his 4 matches, Nadal will win in French Open without dropping one single set, I believe. Then in the quarters, maybe he will drop his first set. But his first 3 matches, his first 4 matches, I don't believe that he will lose any single set. Nadal, he has Nishikori in a potential 3rd round, I believe. Nishikori, if Nishikori is even in the 3rd round match, which I am very doubtful he will be, then he can face Evans or Fognini. No, I'm sorry, he can face Evans or Nishikori in a potential 3rd round. I mean, Rafa. And in the 4th round match, he can face potential Isner or Fognini. And Fognini, he has been injured. He's coming back from a surgery. And Isner, he's not a good clay court player. So I'm doubtful that Rafa will even face Isner or Fognini in that potential 4th round match, to be quite honest. So Rafa Nadal's draw looks really good the first week. Really, Rafa Nadal's troubles will come the 2nd week, and I'm more about that later. And on my first place, the player that after seeing him being undefeated this year, I'm not counting that 4th round defeat he got in that US Open against PCB, because he was defaulted there. He didn't lose a normal tennis match. And the player, you know which player I'm talking about, guys, and it is Novak Djokovic, the world #1. Man, I'm feeling that 2015 is around the corner. 2015 is the last time, 5 years ago, where I didn't believe Rafa Nadal will win the French Open. In 2016, I actually believed Rafa Nadal will win the French Open, but he got injured after winning his 2 first matches. And the 3rd match, he couldn't compete. Rafa Nadal, he didn't even show up. But when he was a normal tournament, when he didn't pull out the tournament, the last time I didn't believe Rafa will win the French Open was actually 2015. And that year, I believe that Djokovic will win it. And even him didn't win it in the end. We all know who won it, Wawrinka. But I was right about Nadal, at least, that he didn't win it. I was right about Nadal that he will not win it, and he didn't. And Djokovic took him out in the quarterfinal, like we all remember. And I have a feeling that maybe this will be the 2015 all over again. Because Djokovic is looking good. I'm not saying that Djokovic is looking superior on clay. He did look superior in Rome. But the thing with Djokovic, even though he didn't look superior, guys, he still won the tournament. And he even said it himself after the final against Diego Schwartzman. He said, I don't want to sound arrogant, but I feel that I have more levels to come up with. I'm not playing my best tennis. I didn't play my best tennis. I just raised my level. I raised my level when in big moments. And which he did, and that's why he won Rome. So when Djokovic is feeling like this, if Djokovic feels that he can raise his level even more in French Open, then he will be really, really dangerous. And he has a good draw. We should not forget the draw, guys. He has a great draw. He didn't get Dominic Thiem on his side. He didn't get Dominic Thiem. He got Daniil Medvedev, the 4th seed, and Daniil Medvedev, he will not even be in that semifinal. I will be surprised if Daniil Medvedev is Novak Djokovic's semifinal opponent. I will not be shocked, because Daniil Medvedev is, after all, the 4th seed. So I will not be shocked, but I will be surprised if Medvedev is Novak Djokovic's semifinal opponent. I have another player who is Novak Djokovic's semifinal opponent, not Daniil Medvedev. So Nadal got Dominic Thiem on his side of the draw. And Nadal, trust me, Nadal didn't want to get Thiem on his side of the draw. Djokovic got Thiem last year. Nadal is getting Thiem this year. So, and Djokovic has a great draw. He has Mikael Ymer in the first round. Mikael Ymer a Swedish dude. I know him really, and I don't know him personally, but I know what kind of tennis player he is. He doesn't have anything, guys. He doesn't have any firepower. He doesn't have any serve. He has solid ground strokes, forehand, backhand, but he doesn't have any firepower. You need firepower on this high level to be a great tennis player. And Mikael Ymer will not have any chance against Djokovic in the first round. And then Djokovic can face Sandgren or Hurkacz on a potential third round. They will not have any chance. And in a potential fourth round match, he can face player like Khachanov, but I don't think Khachanov will be in that fourth round match. Where has Khachanov been since that 2018 Paris Open? Where has he been? Where has the dude been? He has totally been disappeared. So I believe that more Cristian Garin can face Djokovic in that fourth round match. Cristian Garin is a good clay court player, to be quite honest. He has won a couple of clay court tournaments in his career. Not big ones, but he likes playing clay court tennis. So I believe that Djokovic will face Cristian Garin in the fourth round match. And I don't think that Cristian Garin will take out Djokovic. So Djokovic is my number one player, guys, on this top 8 list. The quarterfinals matches, I believe, we will have between Djokovic and RBA. I think that is my feeling. We will have a quarterfinal match between Djokovic and RBA. RBA, of course, always have a chance against Djokovic. We all know that. But, man, if RBA is in that quarterfinal to begin with, which I am not 100% certain, to be quite honest, guys, because, like I said, I like RBA more on hard court, on fast surfaces than I do on clay. But I would not be surprised if RBA is in that quarterfinal. So, and I don't think that RBA will stop Djokovic. I just don't think. Djokovic seems to be in a mission. He's feeling super confident. He has not lost any tennis match this 2020 season. Do I believe that RBA will be the player who stops him in the French Open 2020? No, I don't believe RBA will be that player. And then we have the other quarterfinal, the second quarterfinal between Chapavalov and Rublev. Yeah, yes, this match of course can go either way, but I will give my edge to Chapavalov in this quarterfinal match. Even though that Rublev is a good clay court player, but Chapavalov is just impressing me more at the current moment than what Rublev is doing, to be quite honest. So I will give my edge to Chapavalov there. But I would not be surprised if Rublev comes through. I will not be surprised. And I would not be surprised if Medvedev is Shapovalov's quarterfinal opponent and not Rublev. I will not be surprised, but I'm not counting with Medvedev, to be quite honest. I'm believing more in Rublev than in Medvedev this time around, especially in French Open. So Shapovalov has never come through second round in French Open, guys, in the past, but I think that he will come through the second round this year. I really believe that. And so I think that Shapovalov will beat Rublev in that quarterfinal match. The third quarterfinal will be between Dominic Thiem and Diego Schwartzman. Yeah, guys, Dominic Thiem, Diego Schwartzman. Diego Schwartzman is a clay court specialist, but Dominic Thiem is a bigger clay court specialist, guys. So I don't think that Diego Schwartzman, if Diego Schwartzman is in that quarterfinal to begin with which I am not 100% certain he is, but I am having him as my quarterfinal player there against Dominic Thiem. Dominic Thiem, I believe, will be in that quarterfinal. I'm pretty certain about that. I believe that Dominic Thiem will take out Diego Schwartzman in that quarterfinal. And then the fourth quarterfinal is between Rafa Nadal and Alexander Zverev. All respect to Alexander Zverev, he played the Grand Slam final, his first ever Grand Slam final a couple of weeks ago, lost an epic one to Dominic Thiem there, but I don't think that Alexander Zverev will take out Rafa Nadal in that quarterfinal. It is pretty funny, this draw. Djokovic had last year Alexander Zverev in the quarterfinals and had Dominic Thiem in the semifinals, and this year they are changing the roles. Nadal is having Zverev, potential Zverev, likely Zverev in the quarterfinal, and then he will have Dominic Thiem in the semifinals, exactly like Djokovic had it last year. And then the semifinals will be between Shapovalov and Djokovic. I don't think Shapovalov will take out Djokovic in a potential semifinal if Shapovalov survives so far, which I am I think he will do, but I'm not sure, of course. Chapavalov has never played a semi-final match in a Grand Slam. But I believe he will do it the first time here. But I don't think he will take out Djokovic in that semi-final. I truly don't think so. I truly don't think he will do it. And the other semi-final will be between Rafa Nadal and Dominic Thiem. This will be a blockbuster, I believe. Of course, I believe that Dominic Thiem has a bigger chance taking out Rafa Nadal in a semi-final than him doing in the final. We all have seen what has happened in French Open finals last 2 years. Dominic Thiem has lost the 2018 French Open final in straight sets, the 2019 French Open final in 4 sets. Dominic Thiem has played Rafa Nadal 4 times in French Open. He has taken only 1 set. So Rafa Nadal is 12-1 in sets against Dominic Thiem. But this year it is a different French Open. It is different conditions. It is not Rafa Nadal is not liking to play French Open late September. The conditions will be different. The balls will not bounce as high as it does late May. It will not. It will be humid. It will be cold. It can be rainy. It can be roof. Is it somewhere? Is it some time that Dominic Thiem has a big chance of taking out Rafa Nadal? Is it this year? It is really this year. Because Rafa Nadal's bounce will not bounce high on Dominic Thiem's backhand like it has done in previous years with sunny conditions. But I still am picking Rafa to defeat Dominic Thiem. I'm still picking Rafa to defeat Dominic Thiem. But I'm not sure. Maybe Dominic Thiem will crash the party like he did last year when he took out Djokovic in the semifinals. Maybe he will do the same this year, but to another opponent, to Rafa Nadal instead. Maybe. I am picking Rafa to defeat Dominic Thiem, but I'm not 100% certain. Absolutely not. I think we will get a clash of a titan final between Djokovic and Nadal. And is it someone who can take out Rafa Nadal, who can give Rafa Nadal the first ever French Open defeat? Because we all know he has never lost a French Open final in 12 occasions. It is only Novak Djokovic. He has all the tools. He has the confidence. He has the talent. He has the shot tolerance. He has the belief. He has everything. He has the backhand. He has everything. And the last time these two played in a French Open, it was 2015, and we all know how that went. Djokovic took out Rafa in straight sets. I'm not saying that it will be easy. I'm not saying that Nadal doesn't have a chance. But considering which kind of shape Djokovic is coming into this tournament, considering which kind of draw Djokovic is having, considering the conditions that will be in French Open this year, it is not playing in late May, it is playing on late September with humidity, with maybe rain, with maybe roof, with maybe cold weather. Not maybe, it will be cold weather. Rafa Nadal likes to hit that forehand up high on his opponent's backhands. And even for Djokovic can be an issue in hot weather. Because it bounces really high. It is not easy to take those high bounces, not even for Djokovic. It really isn't. Because they face each other in French Open 7 times. It is 6-1 to Rafa Nadal in the head-to-head in French Open meetings. But Djokovic is only one of 2 players who has ever defeated Rafa Nadal. So he knows apparently how to do it, and he believes he can do it. And I have a feeling that he will do it this year. That is just my feeling. Maybe I will be wrong, guys. Maybe I will be wrong. Maybe Rafa Nadal will not even be in that French Open final. Maybe Dominic Thiem will be there instead. But if Dominic Thiem is there, then it will be another video, another prediction, another preview. But before the tournament starts, I believe that we will get a clash of titans between Rafa Nadal and Novak Djokovic in French Open final 2020, and I think that Novak Djokovic will be the champion. That is my feeling. I am not 100% sure about this prediction. Absolutely not. But like I said, considering all the things that I've said, the weather, the draw that Djokovic has a much easier draw. Djokovic team landed on Rafa's side. Even if team doesn't maybe defeat Rafa, he will give Rafa a hell of a fight. Maybe play with Rafa 4 or 5 hours and make Rafa tired. And then Rafa, of course, will feel it. He's not 25 years anymore. He's 35, he's 34 years old, guys. So I'm picking Djokovic to defeat Rafa Nadal in that French Open final. And I'm picking him doing it in 5 sets. Some dark horses, why not a dark horse like Andy Murray? He's a dark horse. Maybe even Wawrinka. If Wawrinka comes through Andy Murray, a player like Goffan can be a dark horse. Krajinovic can be a dark horse. Tsitsipas, a dark horse as well. So there you have it, some dark horse as well. Alright guys, this video has been super long. I am really sorry. 45 minutes. I have never done this kind of a long video. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you didn't get bored. Alright guys, take care and see you next time. Bye bye.